thing simply has made it to where I have literally just gotten up. Just got up, as you can tell. Not looking the hottest, but hey, it works. It works for the time of being. Slept a little bit. Slept a little bit, y'all. Yo, Prince. What's good, my man? Ugh. Let's see here. Yo, Spider Witch. What's up, Spider Witch? Spider Witch says I have a dare for you. You're probably gonna have me wear something mismatched or something crazy. I remember you. Let's see. It says for Shookin 21st live. What's good, bro? Love that. Preston says hello, Mike. What's up, bro? What's up, Preston? I saw a missed call from you. I'll call you after this one's up. The reason I missed your call, bro, is because I was asleep. So I will be sure to give you a call. It says wear your shoes on the opposite feet. Told you. I knew that was gonna happen. Ain't no way I'm putting shoes on the opposite feet. Bro, I guess I'll never get that subscription. Oh well. But yeah, like I said, y'all, I'm seriously just now getting up. It says white. Love that. Like I said, Spider Witch. I'm not doing that. If you want to like and subscribe, you would have did it. So I'm to the point where I'm not gonna do that. I do like your persistency though. I will give you credit for that. 8 a.m. It's Saturday, bro. My Sunday. Yeah, so I'm working 9 p.m. to 8 a.m. I interviewed a mechanic on my radio show today. Really? A mechanic? Why'd you do a mechanic? Because I know you've done quite a few of them before. Says you look exhausted. Yeah, bro. I pulled a 12-hour shift again. Last night I pulled a 12-hour shift, bro. From 9 p.m. to 10 a.m. Yeah, they'll do it to you, man. That's my second shift that I've had to do 12 hours for. Yo, 07 Mex says hello. How are y'all guys doing? Look, I love that we have 14 people in this chat. Look, do as the title said. Subscribe. You won't regret it. I promise you won't. You won't. I'm a chill dude. I read everybody's comments, and I just simply do my best to have what's happening, you know? What's my occupation, brother? I'm a team lead over at Walmart. Overnight stocking team lead at Walmart. Was Isaiah there? Yeah, he was there. He was there. It's Alshon Jeffy. I don't even know. I don't even know who Jeffy is, if I'm being honest with you. Oh, it says hello, oh silly one. Oh yeah. That is the best context I think you can ever do. Cause there's this lady I've been texting, and she's like 11 years older than me. She seems kind of weird. She had invited me to do an art and music with her weeks ago. She's in Michigan. Got to stay careful. 100% agreed to that. I really do. It says, repent for the kingdom of the Lord is near. Jesus Christ loves you. I like that one. I like comments like that. I appreciate that. It says, what's my work? Like I said, I'm a team lead over at Walmart. Loki thought she was 11 years old. Oh, wow. Yeah, if that was the case, that would be insane. Okay, Alex, cool. That's good for you. Hot Nice says Hairline reveal time. I ain't got a hairline, y'all. Y'all already know that. Bobby says, "Yo, Mia, Mia. Mia says, "Yo, what's up, y'all?" And it says, "What do I do?" Like I said, I manage people. Says, "Can I have your number?" 548-372-6489. Nice here. It says, "Not too bad. Hairline still there, but barely." Let's see here. It says, "Well, what's your plans for the rest of Valentine's Day?" To go to work and work from 9 p.m. to 8 a.m. and some, I'm sure. Yeah, that's my ordeal. It says, "What sup? What you doing?" I'm just reading comments. I do some drawings. I'm not gonna lie to you. Just reading some comments. Y'all, there's 21 in this chat. Please do as the title says. Subscribe. You will not regret it. I'm not that bad, y'all. I promise. Let's see here. Olivia says, "Say it again." Do you like your job? Yeah, I love my job. My job's a lot of fun. I actually enjoy it. It's not bad. It says, "Where do I work?" I work at Walmart. It says, "How are you?" I'm doing good. I'm just a little tired though. It says, "From 9 p.m. to 8 a.m. She sounds rough." Nah, man, it's only 10 hours. That's 26 in the chat, y'all. Like I said, subscribe, y'all. It'd be awesome. This says, "No, girlfriend, best day of my life." 100% agree to that. Yo, Olivia says, "Hey." It says, "Do I see a ghost of that last night?" I don't know. It says, "Are you Christian?" I 100% am. It says, "Hey, if you scream, I'll sub." No, I don't think I'm going to do that. It says, "Remember me?" I do remember you. Been in a few of my chat. It says, "Mine." It says, "Answer." It says, "Your number." I already did that. Let's see here. It says, "Is your work technical or management?" I 50,000 gallons of glitter glue. I bet you are sparkling like nobody else's business. Yo, COS says hi. It says, "That's awesome that you love your job. Good for you. Appreciate that." Let's see here. It says, "Hello there. I was wondering if I may recruit you to my crab army so we may succeed in our mission soon." Probably not. It says, "Remember me? I'm in Brazil now." Yeah. It says, "Hey, Brandon. What's up, Annie? How are we doing?" Yo, stop. Plice, is that what that says? It says hi. It says, "Hello, Brandon. What's up, y'all? Yo, and subscribe." Yo, COS says, "I subscribe." Shout outs to you for subscribing. Thank you so much. It says, "Happy Valentine's Day." It says, "Remember me. Jesus loves you." It says, "Hi, you are handsome. Can I say?" No, I'm not going to say whatever that is. It says, "I got to make the lady smile today. I delivered flowers." Nice, bro. How are you today? Like I said, I'm tired, but we're just going to push through, y'all. Let's see here. It says, "Loving all of your short videos and all of your lives." Appreciate that, man. It means a lot to me. It really does. Aaron says, "Hello." It says, "How was your day?" My day has been great. I've been sleeping most of the time, though. It says, "Here you go. Gives 500 gallons of glitter glue." Nice. Alex says, "I subscribe." Shout out to Alex for subscribing. Appreciate it so much. WAFP says, "I like bacon." I love bacon, y'all. It says, "Thanks for subscribing." Alex, it says, "Bro, your eyes look like Gio Sorto." Nice. It says, "Hi. Where is the sweater from?" Bales, believe it or not. It says, "I subbed you." Thank you, Alex, again. It says, "For real." It says, "I had an excellent day." I'm glad that you had an excellent day. It says, "Do I like to do word churches?" Every great once in a while, I like to. Mike says, "I'm gay." I would love that for you, bro. 500 gallons of glue would have made me laugh. Dude, I'm telling you, dude, 500 gallons of glue is crazy. Again, where did you get your shirt from? Bells. Yo. That almost looks like it says January, but it says something different. It says, "What's up?" Stray Kid says hi. It says, how's your day going? My day's going great, y'all. Like I said, I just got up, though. Pancake says, "Please." I love that username. That's awesome. So just a reminder, please don't spam in the chat. It's only a reminder. There you go. It says, "Guess what happened?" What happened? What happened, Mia? Mike says, "Thank you." It says, "What happened, Mia?" It says, "Guess what?" Uh-oh. We got a lot of people saying, "Guess what now?" Yo, it says, "Hi." It says, "Hello, mister. How are we doing?" Did it say Adiawadi? Or it says what? I know, right? Precious says what? That's what I'm saying. It says, "You don't need to work." Wait, you don't need to work tomorrow, right? No, I work tomorrow. Into the morning. from 9 p.m. to 8 a.m. Yo, Zombers says, you heard me? You heard me? And then Bobby says, hi, Preston says, hello. Ikea says, hello. Says, I'm about to post now. Congratulations. Told you you'd get there eventually. I told you you'd get there eventually. What's my name? My name is Brandon. It says, bro, works tomorrow. Let me see here. It says, aloha, I'm from Indonesia. Love that. Love my Indonesian people. Thank you so much for joining. It says, that's amazing news, Mia. Absolutely. That's incredible. That really is. I'm excited for you. That's good. Dana says, hi, what's up? How are we doing? Thanks, Fuzz Tries. Didn't tint. Okay. It says, can I get a shout out? There you go. Shout outs to Michael Hope. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for joining in. I appreciate you joining in. It says, I'm so happy. It says, hello, how are you? How are you? It says, hi. It says, nearly to 1.4K subs. Love that. It says, I'm fine. Annie says, hi. What's up, Snow Bunny Baby? Or Snow Bunny Babe. It says, it's Michaela. Sorry about that. Appreciate you joining in. It says, hey, Mr. What's up? What's up, y'all? What's up, Unc? I love that. Love that. Let's see here. It says, so can everyone like and subscribe to me to get a shout out in my first video? There you go. Yeah, what's up, Unc? Nice. Well, it says this, which is probably hi. Hi, what's up? It says it's okay. It says, why is your skin shedding? I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. It says, hey there. Yo. Marcin says, hi. It says, I like your videos so much. Appreciate that. It says, show us your muscles, please. I don't really have any muscles. Bro, why would you? What's my address? Like, I'm going to give that in public. Hello, fam. There's my muscles right there. Let's see here. It says, hello. It says, are you British? No, I'm from the United States of America. And it says, hi, remember about my friend yesterday? Yeah, about the one that you told me to cheer you up for? Yeah. How you're moving schools and everything? It says, bro, so many spams. No joke. It says, do I have kids? No, I do not have any kids. It says, I love your videos. Appreciate that a bunch. It says, hello, I'm new here. What are you talking about? Man, all I do is just read people's comments. That's all I do. Try and make them feel welcome. I appreciate you joining in, man. I really do appreciate you joining in. It says, hi, bro. What's up, Sarah? How are we doing? It says, fine. Or it says, hello. It says, Tech Jug. It says, I got a second. I'm recording calculator for you and, like, unsubscribe to your channel. Oh, okay, cool. I don't really care that you unsubscribe to my channel. Whatever. Cool. It says, yeah, he's moving to Boardwalk Night. It says, It says, hey, I just subbed. Yo, add big shout outs to you for subscribing. Thank you so much for that, man. Truly says, hi. Let me see here. It says, do I have snow where I live? No, I live in Texas, man. I don't get very much snow. Sarah says, good. It says, no, that's actually insane. It says, if you say hi, I will sub to XQ. Nice. It says, I just subbed to your channel. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, Lester. Appreciate that a lot. Thank you. It says, I'm from Hawaii. Love the people from Hawaii. It says, can I have your number? I already said it like 2 different times. Let's see here. It says, the Robbie Civilian says, hi. It says, it says, Alenia says, hey. It says, who just asked him if he's, yeah, I know, that spam people. Crazy. It says, I just subbed. Shout outs to Sarah for subscribing. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, y'all. I really do. It says, I made a video for you. Appreciate that. I always love the videos, y'all. 21 in chat again. Thank you so much for this, y'all. It says, do we get any Baisas fans up in here? Okay. It says, bro, dye your eyebrows. Not doing that. It says, you are lucky you even get snow. I'm in Garden Islands in Hawaii. Nice. Love the people from Hawaii today. It says, you're living off your dad family wealth. If only we had wealth, bro. I say, God loves you, my brother. Appreciate that, Eva. I really like those kind of comments. Appreciate that a lot. It says, I made a video for you. I heard that you said that the first time. It says, please don't spam. Happy Valentine's Day. And it says, you were so polite. Like I said, y'all, I try my best to be. It says, like, man, I don't like snow at all. It says, please, can I be like an uncle? Sure. It says, hi. It says, in the winter, you only get rain in Hawaii. Love that. Bloody says, hi. It says, which part of your house are you? I'm in the back part of the shed in the backyard. Dana says, hi. What's up, y'all? Hi or yo, one of the two. Yo, who says you are handsome? Appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, you know what? You're getting deleted, bro. Okay, bro. You know, these people who start asking for that just getting banned. Says, thank you for answering my comments. Absolutely, y'all. I said I was going to be sure to answer every single comment. It says, where are you? You were there since 1937? Yeah, there you go. Don't know what you're talking about, but okay. It says, the big island in Hawaii. It says, I'm way further down. Nice. And Sarah says, yay. Absolutely. I told y'all, if y'all subscribe, you are not going to regret it. Now, it will get pretty interesting whenever I get 10,000. Do y'all support the LGBTQ? No, I do not. Let's see here. Yo, Reddit Mouse Team says, what's good? What's up, bro? And he's right there, too. Okay, it says that girl or guy was annoying. I tried to delete it, and then he or she sends it again. Yeah. It says, you are the best. I appreciate that. I wouldn't go as far as to say the best, but I do thank you for that. What's up with Anne Frank? Yeah, right? It says, YouTuber ever. Appreciate that. I just tried my best to make people feel welcome. It says, why do I not like the LGBTQ? I posed the question, why do you like the LGBTQ? I don't like them because it's morally incorrect. From my moral standpoints and my personal deals, I just don't. I don't like them. That's all it is. Eduardo says, oh yeah, love that, y'all. It says, me honestly, I have the same accent as you, but I do an accent called Pigeon. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. Especially with calling it Pigeon what? It says you don't have to be gay, but you don't got to be homophobic. Well, I mean, that's just me personally. If you want to call me homophobic, you can call me homophobic all you want. I don't care for those people. As long as they don't push their agenda on me, I don't care what they do. Let's see here. It says, how was your work? Very long hours is what I'm finding out, but work wasn't bad. Work wasn't bad at all, if I'm being honest with you. God says to love everyone. He does say to love everyone, but he also says to discern between what is right and wrong. So there you go. That's chill then. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, y'all. As long as they don't push their agenda, I don't care what they do. Not for me. It says, what do I think about Timothy something in Oklahoma City 1995? Answer me. Don't know what's up with that, but if I'm being honest with you, really don't know. Yo, Natalie, what's up? How are we doing? Says sub. It says, I can tell you a little example, but instead of saying a word like bro, you would say the word brah or brada. Brada. Love that. Jack's talking about the party again. Oh, Lord Jesus. This is, what's your thoughts on the Colbine? And to each their own. To each their own on that one. It says, I love your videos. Appreciate that. It says, again with the Diddy parties. It says, stop staring at me. Oh, Lord. It says, my work day was busy. And I can understand busy days, y'all. Crystal Wilbanks says, hi, what's up? Victoria says, Diddy ain't funny again. No, he not. Diddy's done some of the craziest things that I would never think of doing. Ever. Oklahoma in 1995, 9/11, 2001. I mean, I have no idea what happened with Oklahoma in 1995. Yo, Zoe. Zoe says hello. It says we are back. Yes, you are. Thank you so much for joining back. Zoe Baker says hi. It says I'll be back in 5 minutes. It says search about it. I probably will. Or though, no, I won't. I'll be honest with you. I won't search it. There's a lot of things I was supposed to search, but I never did. That'll just get added to the list. But I do appreciate that, though. It says in Google. Can you help me get a girlfriend? You know, the funniest thing is, man, is I can't help you get a girlfriend. You know why? I don't even have a girlfriend myself. Is it sunny where you are? No, we're actually under a tornado watch right now, so that's always fun. What do I think about Jesus, our God? I love him very much. He's a great, great man. He was actually a perfect man. He's something that I never could be. Let's see, it says, I needed to lift a lot of carton because something was broke, but I'm not really strong and it took long. I understand that happens. It says hi, Jack. Says hi. It says Brennan, you're currently in a tornado watch. Yep. No, Jesus is bronze. There's a difference. It says, hey bro, I'm 72. Yeah, I remember you telling me that. Say hi. Jesus is something 0.2. Don't even know what that is, but okay. You know what I'm fixing to do to you, Captain. Here you go, Captain. I got you, bro. I got you. Yo, got all that. It says hi. It says hi again. It says the rainiest spot where I live is called Mount Wally Wearable. Is that what that is? It says, do you remember me? Blake, I do remember you. You've been in a few of my streams. Are you in the basement? No, I'm in the back shed, you know. That's where I am. It says bye. Let's see here. Real quick. It says, you give advice? I mean, I can if the question pops up, I can give advice. It may not be the best advice, but I can give advice. It says, when do I think Jesus is coming back? Within the next few years. Within the next few years. Possibly 10 at max, if I'm being honest with you. But don't take my word as gold, you know. Happy Valentine's Day, y'all. Absolutely. I do play COD every once in a while. I've slacked off because of my job, but yeah. It says I've been in them all. Been in all of them. I wouldn't go as far as to say that, but okay. Kiara says, yeah, let me see. It says, this is a weird question, but can you walk on burning road and burning sand and burning rocks without any issues? Burning sand I can, burning rocks no, and burning roads no. It says, I think you're British. Believe it or not, I am from deep in the heart of Texas. It says, I had a tornado watch one time, so when you get one to the innermost and to the floor, right, as many walls between you and outside to stay low. That's true. Sandy says hi. Sarah says and, which I don't know. That's the Y. It says hi. It says them. It says, what's my passion? It says, I've been in all of your streams. No, Blake, you have not been in all of my streams. I can promise you haven't. Because as a matter of fact, you didn't even make it to my birthday stream. So there you go. My passion is to simply, hopefully one day, to please the Lord God Almighty and to also please the people that are watching me. It says, my feet are destroyed from running across huge and tiny rocks just from fishing. Yeah, for real. It says, yo, bro, are you in Texas? Yes, I am in Texas, my guy. It says, what do you think the purpose of life is? To love God and to love people, honestly. It says, bro, I almost got killed in a shootout. Now that sucks. It says, bro, says, greetings, Texans. Howdy from Tennessee. Love that. It says, happy Valentine's Day. What? Happy Valentine's. Good boy. Have a nice day. Okay, Ghost. Cool. Jack says, that's not a passion, that's fate. Okay, what's the difference between passion and fate at this point? Oh, God. Long time no see. It says, I gotta sleep. Let's see. It says, I go sleep. See you next live. Good night, everyone. Yeah. It says, look who's here, Toji. What's good? How are we doing, Toji? I see you changed your profile. Appreciate you joining back in. Scare what? The Seahawks won the Super Bowl. Yes, they did. And I was quite shocked about that. Says I'm good, man. Says, hey, Brandon, what do I think is the most disturbing historical events in the 20th century? There's a lot. The Nazis, the dealings of slaveries and everything. There's a lot of problems in the 20th century. Says, oh, you're going to get some heavy thunderstorms from predictions? Yep. This is why are you calling me? This is what are you doing in the shed? I'm always in this shed, y'all, for real. Do I want to hear a real myth from the Garden Island in Hawaii? Yeah, absolutely. This is you're the best. Appreciate it. It says, I think it's Unit 731 in Hiroshima. No, that is a pretty bad one, though. It says, I was born in 2018. You young. It says, Jack, can I please be your girlfriend? Oh, Lord. It says, I'm back because YouTube kicked me out. That's always fun. You look like Joe Barcelozzi. Oh, nice. This is you the best streamer ever. Appreciate that a lot. It says, I have to have your trust first. Oh, there you go. Man be by bread alone. What? Let's see here. It says, how'd you fare through the ice storm? We didn't have an ice storm, so we fared along very well. It says, guess what? What? It says, you kind of the best and the kind person ever. I wish you were the president. Oh yeah, y'all. Vote Brandon for president. Oh yes. Oh yes. Vote Brandon for president. Oh God, I don't know how that would go. It says, I never had a girlfriend on stream. Neither have I, man. I'd watch out for that. It says, admit that at around 12 on the dot, the starting marching around Kaiole Day are called the night marchers. If you're a grown adult or even a kid, if you see them or look at them, they will. It says, all votes yes to president. Nice. It could be a gold digger. Yeah, that's true. $34 likes already before 30 minutes is crazy. It says, this is Brandon and Cake. You already know good and well I'm not a cake. Let's see here. It says, hi. It says, I was going to go see Cats at Century 2, but they're not showing it anymore. I'm so bad. Because I'm kind of rich. Love that for you, man. It says, like, even if you glance at them, you're not coming back home. Oh, wow. Excited for spring. Do I do anything outdoor sports? I do not. Not anymore. Now let's see here. It says, if you want something disturbing, look at drawings of the student survivors of Hiroshima. Nice. It says, I love you, man, as a friend. Appreciate that. Bro's pulling back the OGs. Batty Brandon. Yep. It says, are you balding? 100%. And I'm only 20. That's the problem, is I'm only 20. Only 20, and I'm already balding. I will probably be bald by the age of 27. I'm not even joking. That's sad. It's a sad ordeal. It's a very sad ordeal. Have magnetic chessboard. That's actually pretty cool, bro. Magnetic chessboard, I can't lie. That sounds awesome. That says hop on Minoxidil or Finster Ride. What? If you start now, it'll keep what you got. What do you mean it'll keep what you got? What are you talking about? And I'm greatly happy. Nice. Says, alright, man, I'll be here for your next live. I need to go somewhere. See you later, man. And don't whistle at night if you go to Hawaii or even where you are. Nice. All for your hair. Hair loss medication is incredible. I bet it is. Yo, okay. What's up? Says hi. Says, how long have I been live? 30 minutes. Says, Brandon, what local legends do I have in Texas? For me, since I live in New England, we have Captain Kidd. Nice. In our local area, I'm not 100% sure. I don't focus too much on celebrities, if I'm being honest with you. Jack says, okay. Or say, Jack, okay. Nice. Says, all vibe. You're a mod, so I gotta be careful. It says, you look like someone I went to school with here in Florida. Nice. It says, I meant you kind of have a deep voice. Yeah, most definitely. Drum Moral says, Brandon the cool, rise, kind person who joins the live stream is me. The needle sharpened gray jar is because how can you see more than an hour of publication in the United States? How can you provide online real-time updates? This is a terrible thing, right? Has no mistakes and has separated for minutes. Okay. Let's see, this is, I made it early. Yeah, somewhat early you did. It says, also remember that one dude who kept saying stuff about me? I think so. I mean, I'm pretty sure we banned him. Kai says, hi. It says, Jack, are you talking to me or Brandon? It says, to you. It says, can y'all prank call someone for me? Oh, Lord. It says, hi. It says, I found a clicker game from 1995. I would highly suggest playing that. A clicker game? That sounds like fun. It says, Captain Kidd was a Scottish sailor who became one of the history's most infamous yet controversial pirates. Nice. Jack, that was mean to say to me. Oh, these people have their own chat in this place, bro. It's insane. I ain't gonna lie, I do like to read it sometimes. It says, and even though, why does it feel like you're my soulmate? I don't know. It says, I killed my pet trash can for beer. Oh, God. But it does that. It says, and for Kid. He was around Cape Cod in Massachusetts. Nice. Bro says, yes. Says, what's up? What's up, Mr. King? Says, low key, I tried blow dried my hair. How did that go for you? It says, nah, I'm literally going to do that. And calling is my favorite thing to do. YouTube back A. It says, yo, bro. It says, let's start beef. Oh, gosh. Let's see what you mean by that. I want to see what you mean by that. It says, God bless everyone in this chat. Yeah. This is Jack. I'm mad at you. Okay. A random stranger getting mad at another random stranger. First time ever meeting is already mad at him. That's insane. I mean, I'm just saying. Yo, just Livy Q says, shout out, please. Shout outs to you. We always love giving shout outs. Subscribed or unsubscribed. Or not subscribed yet. There you go. Shout outs are free. And so is the subscription button. So there you go. Says, why are my feet tingling? Oh, that's a good question. Bro says, what? Bro, it says we got a problem just beefing. Don't mind me. Right? Bro says, just don't mind me. Says, bro, giving good vibes. Appreciate that. Says, I just met her. That's what I'm saying, dude. You just met her. She's already mad at you. That's the craziest part. Thoughts on the black pill? What even is a black pill? Says, hey, Brandon, have I ever had a sighting of any UFO? Not me personally. Not yet. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Versus Team Jack. Love that. Says, supportive animal says, hi. What's up, y'all? How are we doing today? I like some of y'all's usernames. I'm not going to lie. Says, it's almost my B-day. It'll be my birthday in 10 days. Happy early birthday to you. This is Brandon. How was your day today? It was good. I mean, I slept a little bit, about 5 hours, but that's about it. But yeah, we'll be all right. I'll make it through for tomorrow. This is a good game. Absolutely. Good. How are you? I can't complain, honestly. I really can't. Even if I did, nobody would listen. Huh. Oh, that's what it is. Oh, okay. Okay. Huh. Here, bro, you're a break. Huh. Nice. Oh, it says you're a break. Wow. So now I'm going to make a video of gold diggers on streams. Ha. It says because this is crazy, bro. No joke. It says I took 11 pictures of Lady Beetles. But why you be taking 11 pictures of 11 Beetles? That's kind of crazy. Or Lady Beetles. That's insane. It just has the sad face deal. So it says Jack. How was your day today? Scary Larry says, yo, Brennan, what's up? What's good, my guy? Says, hello, beautiful. Y'all, go share my videos, my recent videos, the ones that got like 30K. Please, please, please do it. Please do it, because it would seriously help out so much. Like, it would get it to 100K. Like, I'm not even joking. Guy or does. Wow. It says nice to weird, right? No joke. No joke. Because I'm not the only one here because I haven't seen anybody yet. But there might be someone we're just not talking. Maybe says, come on, bro. For taking up storage uselessly. That's why I took 11 pictures of Lady Beetles. Oh, okay. This is all man. Okay. Yo, Daycare says hi. What's up, y'all? At least we have had a really good stream today. I can honestly say that we've had a good stream today. So that's awesome. It says hello. It says, who's calling for me? It says do something, please. Like what? I just read comments. That's all I do. Yo, Megastar says hey. Mir says hi. It says no here. YouTube. Nice. It says hi, y'all. What's up, y'all? 40 likes and 15 people in chat. That is actually incredible. Helps out with the watch hours, guys. If you could stay for 5 minutes, that would help me out so much. It says it's up. Yeah. It says I'm out of here. Nice. Love those little emoji things. It's pretty cool. It says God bless you. Appreciate that. It says bye, Mr. King. It says you should vlog and post videos. Hot nice. It says you're the biggest simp over a random handsome person that is called Jack and you act like a pig. Wow. But Brandon says now is 40. Appreciate that. It says yes, Jack. Wow. Y'all really are starting stuff in the comments. That's crazy. Yo, got all the angel emojis too. Love that. Love that. Love that. Says they're kind of like Lady Beetles. I even featured them in my latest video. Nice. It says, who keeps on owning Mr. King's messages for review? Is it like YouTube or something? Yeah, it's YouTube. Shotgun a beer. I don't drink a beer, if I'm being honest with you. See, it says, bro, how long you living? Or how long am I living? I don't know, man. However long I feel like it, I guess. You're a t-shirt? Bro, what? Says, Jack, why are you so mean to me? Says, my aunt gave me sour beer and it tastes nasty. I feel like all beer's sour because of the yeast. And it don't smell too hot either, y'all. It really don't. It's like, you smell it, it's like, ugh. I don't see how people could do that. I never could. Even with the smell, I just can't. I can't do that. The smell is disgusting. Yeah, just beef, bro. Just beef. Not for real though. It says it is like added sour. Ew. Added sour, nasty. I don't know how I feel about Addis Hour. Yo, Kevin says me. Okay. Says I don't know why, but I like men because men are stronger and higher older. I just love men. Okay. Lynn says GI, what's up? It says, bro, when you're quiet, it's like I've been gave 100K lives to live. No joke. Gen Z is the lowest consumer of alcohol by far and is great, and they're also the one with the highest brain rot, so I don't know how I feel about that. Miguns is now hijacked by his friend, Doofus. He says, yo, bro, how do I control this account? I don't know, bro. I'll tell you what, you can't control this account like that. Bang! Lynn says, hi. Says, what's my age? 20. I'm 20. Says, hi. Hi, Kevin. Says, because you weird. Says, hi. Says, Kiara, bro. You're the Pebble team. Jack is here, bro. Says, my friend dared me to drink ketchup, chili sauce, ginger ale, and spicy melted gummy bears. And I was to the floor choking. Yeah, I don't blame you. I would be too. Brain rot, I think, is cope such jokes because everything is so messed up. Yeah, agreed. Agreed to that. Nun says hello. Is low-key what makes me mad is when people barely are older than a certain age that hate the younger age. Like, you can control the year you were born. No, that's true. That's true, though. I agree to that. I do. It says, I mean, 50 is 50. It says, Jack and Expo Brandon, please stop. It says, bro, switch mid-simp. That is just a weird 1,000 times 1,000, no joke. Ponteris, what's good? It says, Jesus loves you. Turn to Christ and he will give you eternal life, brother. Turn before it's too late. Jesus is coming soon. Agree to that. I do wholeheartedly agree to that. That is true. Yo, Adbig says, hello, I'm back. Thank you for joining back. It's scary. You're a simp, bro, you clown. Ha! Nice. Call them clowns, y'all. Call them clowns. Crazy work. But yes, y'all, thank you so much for staying for like 5 minutes longer. Like, it actually helps out my watch time so much. So thank you guys so much for that. This is why you're being so loud all the time. Because I can. That's my stream. Says, yo, bot, you just need a good girlfriend, bro. You've been on the YouTube all day, not touching grass, bro, 20 years, can't get a girlfriend. That's because I don't want a girlfriend, first and foremost. And secondly, the only reason I didn't touch grass is because I just got off a 10-hour shift from working. So there you go, bro. Not like an 8-year-old like you who's just commenting on people's videos and literally has not touched grass and is an iPad kid. Don't get me started, bro. This is my 5 favorite emojis. What's yours? Oh, gosh. Favorite emojis. Oh, Lord. I don't even know. This is my ear hurts. Well, good. Here you go. I got you, my guy. I'll fix that. Dios Rex. It says, Jack, I'm not a pig. Bro responded to that light years later. That's crazy. It says, not these 8-year-olds beefing. That's what I'm saying. It says, bro, I'm going to get bleach on my eyes because you're weird. Bro, bleach on the eyes is crazy. That's insane. He says, that's random on a sim for Jack. That's here. He says, trying to grow my channel through comments day 1. Okay, congratulations. I support that. I can truly support that. That's pretty cool. It says, what's my favorite YouTuber? Jacksepticeye used to be my favorite YouTuber. Mr. Beast is a really good YouTuber. Preston Plays is a good YouTuber. Big shots like that, yeah. It says, favorite anime? Don't watch anime. It says, are you a beehive? I definitely do not think I am, and I hope and pray to God I'm not. Clark says, I subbed you. Nice. It says, yeah, Jakira, you're a simp because you don't get boyfriends. Doesn't mean you have to go for Jack, bro. It says, this is my favorite YouTuber. Appreciate that. It says, I love you. Joy 2, something like that. Nice. Sophia says, "Say hi to me." Of course, of course. I say hi to everybody. It says my crush winked at me yesterday. That's what's up. That's what's up. We love that. We love that. Thoughts on Geneticism? I'm not about it. I'm not about the killing of anything. So I don't really approve of it. But that's just me personally and all of my ordeals and all my opinions. Everybody has them. Doesn't mean we should share them. You know what I mean? Oh, let's see here. Says thank you. Let's see. This is well, Brandon. I have a boyfriend and I'm not a simp for Jack. Well, if you have a boyfriend, why are you messaging Jack behind this boyfriend's back? Like, bro, you just put yourself in a bind. It says you broke for people watching 14 on. Yeah, and you're one of the 14 watching too. So there you go. It says I have a crush. How do I confess it to him? Say I have a crush. I mean, plain and simple. Says, bro, my brain has to blank because of what I just seen and heard. No joke. Process that. No joke. Yo, stinky poo. That's crazy. What do I think is worse, sexist or racist? Definitely racist. Do I support Trump? I did vote for him. It says, do I watch Bleach? No, I have no idea. No, I do not watch Bleach. It says, what's the vibe on this channel? To simply read comments, just chill. Chill vibing pretty much. That's like the vibe of this channel that I try to give off. It says the RMS tank Titanic British passenger line deemed unsinkable sank in April 15, 1912 during the maiden voyage from Southampton to New York after colliding with the iceberg in the North Atlantic. Love that. Racist is worse. It's hi Daniel. So not gonna lie, I think bro has a new crush on Jack, bro. There you go. Says why don't I like Beyonce? I just don't. That's my personal preference. Daniel's Pants says, what's up? Communism says, hi. Says, hi, Alex. It says, you should change your username to Brandon Lives. Yeah. No, I probably won't do that if I'm being honest with you. Cheated in YouTube. That's what I'm saying, bro. Cheated on YouTube is crazy. Of all places you cheat on YouTube, that's crazy. It says, are you from the South? I sure am. Deep in the heart of Texas. It says, Daniel, how was your day today? Sometimes I wonder about these people, bro. I really do wonder about these people sometimes. Have y'all seen the Winter Olympics? No, I have not. I've seen the Summer Olympics plenty of times. I know I'd love to go snow sledding y'all in the Olympics. That would be so much fun. I know that'll never happen, but that would be fun. Do I consider flirting or like messaging someone while in a relationship cheating? In my opinion, it is. Well, yeah, because why would you entice even talking to somebody else whenever you already have somebody? You know what I mean? Stay loyal, stay faithful to the one person you got. It says, are you okay? Yeah, I just went and I woke up about an hour ago. I got off a 10-hour shift just to do another one tonight. Harris says, hi, what's up, Harris? Says, hi, Rock Socks. Says, hi. Says, the Winter Olympics was sweet, bro. I was in it. Oh, yeah, bro, I bet you were. Says, you woke up at 4 p.m.? Yeah. I work nights. I work from 9 p.m. to 8 a.m. What do I do for work? I'm a team lead over at Walmart. I'm a stocking team lead. Says, hi, Harris. Says, Sweden says, OMG this. Or OMG hi, what's up? Says, oh, okay. Says, Kara, simply for pants now. Bro, go be loyal to your predecessor or to your redditor. No joke. In all honesty, no joke. Remember me? I like how people always ask if they remember me. Yeah, you were here before my 1K. You were here for the 1K. Here we come. Marston's head back. Appreciate you joining back in, my guy. Dude, we have had quite a few people in this live quite frequently, and I'm enjoying the fire out of that, y'all. This would really help out with the watch time a lot. If you could stay for just like 5 minutes, for real, I could get monetized so fast, y'all. It would be so awesome if we could do that. So not actually a normal live stream and chat after scrolling? Yeah, for real. For real, you finally found it. It says rate my message, vibe out of 10. Okay. says, why do I look handsome? I don't know. It says, you are amazing. I appreciate that, y'all. It says, this is the Brandon Army. Yeah. It says, there one says, hi, what's up, y'all? So I do 8 night shift. Yeah, 9 p.m. to 8 a.m. Yep. What is my personal reasoning? A, he's been president before. B, he helps me to afford groceries and my bills. And C, why not? It says, yeah, it says Brandon Harvey. Let me make him get 100K, no joke. It says, Daniel, are you still here? Probably not. Probably went and you probably messaged him too much. It says, can you show us what your TV looks like? What do you mean, my TV? 18 people in chat is phenomenal, y'all. If y'all could stay for just 5 minutes, it would help out my watch time to get monetized. I would appreciate that, y'all. It'd help out a lot. It says, love the setup. Believe it or not, it's literally just a phone. That's all that it is. It says, I'm from 2045. Really? Congratulations on making it to 2026. How's the future? Nice. It says, if you make it to 2K by tomorrow, 6 p.m., you have to post a video of you dyeing your hair any color. I don't dye my hair. This is great. This is, bro, it's 2026, right? No joke, though, for real. I think this was a great time to go live. I think I'm going to go live like this tomorrow. I'm not going to lie to you. This was a phenomenal live. I'm definitely going to do that. Do I believe in Christ? I do believe in Jesus. Yes, I do. How's inflation in 24.5? No joke. That's a good question to ask. I like that question. I for real like that question. That's a good question, man. Okay, these little kids need to stop beefing. No joke. And you know how we're fixing to settle this, y'all? I'm fixing to be getting off of this live stream here. So with that being said, y'all, I appreciate y'all's time so much. Thank you so much for joining in. I really appreciate it a lot. Thank you all for staying. It helps out my watch time and my watch hours. I appreciate that. I hope y'all take care. Y'all have a good one. And I will be posting again tomorrow. Y'all take care. And I will see y'all tomorrow.